أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه إلى يوم الدين فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربي لا تؤاخذني مما يقولون واغفر لي ما لا يعلمون واجعلني خيرا مما يظنون. أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome one more time to the House of Dua, and welcome to the resumption of our presentation from this channel. As you already know, in the past 10 weeks we have been on break. Today we are happy to announce our return to our normal beat. Alhamdulillah, walhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, lazi hadana lihada wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla hadana Allah. All the praises for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has guided us this way, for without him we couldn't guide ourselves. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, the break we had also gave us an opportunity to take a look at what is happening in other parts of the world. Yes, if you are in one place, in situ, you are not able to know what is happening in the other parts of the world, what is happening to fellow human beings like you. You are not in a position to assess whether you are doing good or not doing good. You are not in a position to even appreciate the mercy of Allah upon you. Because at times you are made to feel that your condition is so bad that you are the worst of everyone else. Until you actually step out to see how others are doing, you will not know that your condition is even better than the condition of many other people. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. In the world we live, no one has it 100% good. There's always one challenge or the other. But this break that we had gave us opportunity to actually find out that the greater majority across the world are in dire need of help. People are suffering. People are suffering. In fact, that is an understatement. People are barely just surviving. They are not living across the world. There's no doubt about that. They need help. As a result of that, they are fleeing from one direction to the other, east to west, north to south, and after that, to nowhere else. What are they fleeing for? They need relief. They need help. They need rescue. Why are they fleeing? Probably because of their own deficiencies, but mostly because of the injuries inflicted upon them by those whom they have chosen to lead them, those who call themselves the government. As a result of that, people are in distress. My dear brothers, my dear sisters, if you are not in that situation, thank God. Ask Allah for more. Ask Allah not to allow you to experience what I'm describing. It's indescribable, the conditions in which people live across the world. That's why I'm coming to you today with this reminder. People are fleeing from their places of birth, seeking places of domicile, of livelihood, of safety, places where they can raise their children, places where they can plan for their future. If you don't believe in what I'm telling you, take a look at what has happened in the last 10 weeks. Take a look at what happened in Sri Lanka, in Southern America, Peru, and other places. Take a look at what has happened in Palestine, between Israel and Palestine. Take a look at what is happening in Ukraine. Take a look at what is happening in America and France. Take a look at what is happening in Africa, in Nigeria, for example. It's an understatement for us to say that those that we have selected to be our leaders and to provide for our well-being, they have turned themselves into instruments against humanity. For that reason, therefore, there's no place for refuge. There's no place for safety. If there is a place for safety, why are people in America drifting away to other countries? Why are people in South America drifting away to America? Why are people in Palestine finding a way to go out of their country? Why are people in Nigeria living in droves? Why are people in Ukraine fleeing for help? This is the pattern in the whole world. And yet, those who belong to the club of the upper class, they went to a meeting recently in Davos, Switzerland. What did they come out with? Zero. Zero that will be of benefit to the entire mankind. Instead, it is that which will benefit themselves. But the question I have for you today is, who is responsible for this? Who elected these people into office or selected them? How? It's you and me. Therefore, we cannot exculpate ourselves from the blame. One thing is to choose a leader, the other one is to choose a good leader. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set up a system for us, a system that is perfect. Only if we will follow that system. Only if we will comply with the basic rules established by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's when there will be peace. That's when there will be happiness. That's when there will be harmony in the society. That's when people will stop fleeing their places of birth. Make no mistake about it, my dear brothers and sisters. If you are okay where you are, alhamdulillah. But don't forget your brothers and sisters who are in distress. We are no longer talking of collective goodness right now, collective well-being, collective harmony, peace. It's now time for us to start saying, where is my individual safety? Where is my individual success? Where is my individual protection? Where is my individual help? This is the time we are now. Therefore, reach out to the person who is close to you to help that person. He needs your individual help. She needs your individual help, just as you need his or her individual help. We have to complement one another. Gone are the days when we say government is the answer to our problems. In fact, as President Ronald Reagan of the United States said many years ago, government is part of the problem. I will conclude by saying that government is the problem. It's the problem we have. But unfortunately, we cannot exculpate ourselves from that problem because we've elected them. The moment you give them your mandate, they become your masters. They turn against you. That's what is happening. And as I speak, there are nations that are preparing now for election to elect leaders. A case in point is Nigeria. People are jostling from one corner to another to select a leader out of 3 people that people already know that in the ladder of honesty and integrity, these people are at the lowest level of the ladder. So it's a choice from 3 evils facing Nigeria right now. And yet, there are people who are being made rightly or wrongly to jostle around for them to elect them into office. What will happen thereafter? Allahu Akbar. It's a bewildering experience we found, especially when we leave our comfort zones to visit other parts of the world. People are fleeing. They are fleeing in millions from their countries of birth. But where are they fleeing to? Are those places okay? People are also fleeing from those places. They are fed up with the governments of those places. They are looking for refuge somewhere. So where is the final refuge, therefore? If A is fleeing to B for refuge, and B is fleeing to Z for refuge, Where is the refuge? We come back to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated in Surah Al-Zariyat. Fafiru ilallah. Fafiru ilallah. Fafiru ilallah. Inni lakum nazirun mubin. If you must flee, flee to Allah. Flee towards Allah. Run towards Allah for refuge. He's the only one who can give you refuge. Yeah, and that's why I'm talking of individual wellness, individual well-being. It's no longer the time for us to talk of collective well-being. You have to talk of your individual well-being. Your individual well-being and your individual well-being belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Relate to Him on one-on-one, so that whatever turmoil is going on across the world, at least you have your back covered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you'll be fine. You will be fine. Trust me. I therefore advise you, just as Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was told to advise us, tell them, I'm just a clear one to all of you. I'm just a clear one to all of you. Flee towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you need salvation, if you need comfort in the world we live, if you need safety, if you need peace for yourself and your family. Fafiru ilallah, inni lakum nazirun mubin. Flee towards Allah. Flee towards Allah for refuge. I'm just a plain one to all of you. I warn you as I warn myself, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, let's flee towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت الغفور الكريم سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.